It's a fine sunshine day today. People, welcome back to yet another one. It's been a while since I've done a video before, probably like a couple of weeks, I believe so. Been busy, but yeah, anyway, get into the video itself. We're looking at today, kind of like first opinion of, well, my opinion of the Milwaukee angle die grinder M12 platform. Reason I got this is kind of like I was working the other day on my side project, kind of like a little van, and you know, I got the small Milwaukee 800 watt angle grinder, or corded one. I need to get a cordless one as well, just in case. But anyway, I was using that one, and then I was kind of like, you know, limited because of the space. I couldn't get any clear access to like grind some rust off and all of that. So this is where I kind of like thought of this one. Same with the straight die grinder. I prefer this one. If I were to pick one up, or the only reason I picked this one, I feel like I could get more use out of this one. Don't get me wrong, the straight angle straight die grinder has its use. I prefer like the angle one. It just feels more usable for me because of the 90-degree design. You know, if you want to get the straight one, you know, it's the same pretty much tool. I think this one is a bit faster, but you know, you can kind of like do the same jobs overall. Looking at a tool, body only, came in the box, body only. I paid like, I think £135 or something like that. Obviously, because I got the batteries, I didn't want to invest in, you know, more batteries, you know, more 2-amp batteries or anything of that, because I got loads. Comes with a set of spanners, 15 and 17, unless you don't have spanners for whatever reason. But yeah, bonus naturals, why not? You know, if you ain't got the spanners, you got these spanners. You can loosen the bit there and then put whatever whatever you're gonna be using. Right now I've got a 3-inch adapter with a cut-off wheel over there. The tool does come with an extra kind of like bit. So, you know, in case for whatever reason you break this one that's already in there, you know, bonus one in there, you know, can't really complain about that one. Some instructions as usual, you know, give you some instructions. Obviously leaflet that kind of like, oh, that's extend the warranty registration, my bad. Leaflet and then the warranty as well. So go ahead and warranty the tool. Looking at a tool, you know, first impressions, I would be kind of like, I think, you know, for me the motor looks small, but after using the tool like a couple of times, you know, it really packs quite a punch. Kind of like, you know, if you see the handle, you know, the size of the handle compared to the motor, or kind of like motor housing, you know, I was like a bit like hesitant in the beginning. I was like, you know, this is too good to be true. But after using it, you know, it does have the torque and the power. I mean, it's got 4 speeds, so you know, speed 1 is 10,000, speed 2 is 15, speed 3 is 20, and then speed 4 I think is like 24.5 or something, about 25. You know, you get the idea. Nice rubber handle. You know, obviously I love this grip on the Milwaukee tools. You know, it's just you know, it gives you a good grip, solid grip, I would say, in whatever case scenario. Fuel gauge over here, that one I think they should have put it kind of like, I would prefer it somewhere like over here, kind of like, because when you're using it you can kind of like see how much, like if, let's say for instance, if it was here, you could kind of like see how much battery life. I mean, you can always like just flick it a little bit, see how much juice you have, and then you know, swap out for a battery if you need, you know, more juice. You know, just minor stuff for me, not really like you know, big downfall, big drawback, I would say. In terms of battery use, personally, if you got space, I would go with a 6-amp, 4-amp, just because it's gonna maintain the chooch a lot more onto the tool. 2-amp, I mean, if you know, if you're working inside the car and then, you know, is a tight area and then you ain't got really much access and you can only squeeze it in there with a 2-amp, you know, you can still do the job. It's just a 2-amp won't last as much as a 4 or 6-amp. But you get the idea. Personally, me, I'll use a 6-amp or a 4-amp. Overall, as you can see here, I got the cut-off wheel with adapter. I bought these off eBay, like 6-7 quid, kind of like the shank adapter for cut-off wheel. Kind of like does the job, no problem. I mean, I was cutting some screws and bolts today. You know, it will cut them, no problem. You know, it does the job. Anything of that nature, you know, like small bolt screws, you know, if you're going to be cutting some pipes, anything like that. Obviously, plastic, that'll be no problem. It's kind of like, I would say kind of like a stubby angle grinder. That's the way I think of this tool. So kind of like, you know, you got your regular ratchet and then you got your stubby ratchet. This is the way I think of this tool. It's like a, you know, stubby angle grinder. That's the way I look at it. Obviously, you got your different adapters. You know, if you want to use kind of like this sanding paper over here, well, sanding roller, whatever you want to call it. You know, obviously, if you want to get these adapters and then you put like straight sandpapers and then you screw them on there. You know, there's different bits. You can get creative with this. Even some, what you call it, the little metal things. I forgot that. I forgot what you call them, but if I remember, I'll put them down in the description below. But yeah, so many different things you can use this with this tool. Obviously, you got to keep in mind the RPM, depending on what rating the bits you put on there. So I mean, for instance, this one says max 12, I don't know if you can see that, max RPM 12.6, 12,600. So I would say first speed, maybe pushing it second speed on this one. But yeah, different, I mean, wire brushes, they might be different. So, you know, just keep an eye on them, because you don't want to put this to full speed on anything and then you got the things like flying off. Obviously, you know, wear goggles, eye protection. You know, that's a no-brainer over there, because you never know what's gonna happen. Overall, the tool, like, you know, I bought it kind of like a couple of weeks back. You know, I did see some use, not heavy use, because I haven't done anything crazy with it yet. But yeah, overall, satisfied with the tool. You know, it does what it says. Not really much to complain. Again, one thing that I did mention, like same with the ratchets, I wanted to get the Buna end, but kind of like paying £40 is a bit overkill for me. So that one, I don't really like. You know, if it's something reasonable like £20, I don't mind. £40 or £35, I think is just plain overkill. Although it will protect it, like, you know, keep some extra protection under the tool. Overall, yeah, I mean, tools, you know, does what it says. You know, it does come with a 3-year warranty, so can't really complain about that one. You know, if I do come across any drawbacks, any kind of like misfunctions, I'll let you guys know in the future. But yeah, I mean, you still got the 3-year warranty, so, you know, even when it comes down to that, you know, it ain't gonna be a problem. You just send it back. As long as, you know, you didn't misuse the tool, you know, use it like a hammer or anything of that nature. But yeah, you'd be surprised. This tool, although it doesn't look like it's kind of like it's got chooch, if you use it and then you put it up against something to, you know, feel the torque, it doesn't, you know, obviously if you put too much torque, you can stall the tool out. I mean, you know, look at the size of it. But, you know, it does pack quite a punch in there. That was the video, guys, overall, for the Milwaukee kind of like angle die grinder. You know, if you're in the M12 platform, I would recommend this if you're doing anything from kind of like projects on cars or anything like that. You know, kind of like hobby welding, even working on cars in general. You know, this tool, you could get creative a lot with it. The straight die grinder, that one, I'm kind of like trying to find some use for that. I think, you know, the cutoff wheel on that one would be better in some scenarios. But I think you can still get away with this one. You know, if I come, you know, think of anything for the angle, no, for the straight die grinder, which is pretty much similar to this. It's just like it's straight, so it's not angled 90 degrees. You know, I might even invest in that. Overall, for now, I'm going to keep with this, you know, get the jobs done of whatever I need to do. And, you know, if any of you guys own this tool, has come across any drawbacks or anything like that, leave a comment down below. And, you know, plus, let me know what you think of the tool itself. Is it worth it? £135 for a better tool? You know, is it too much, too little? You know, does the tool does its job properly, or, you know, is it lacking in power? and you know, I'll see ya in the next video.